Hello. Welcome to another one of my favorite books from Dosh Archer. This one's Urgency Emergency Trapped Beetle. And if you read the other one, you'll notice that they all start the same. It was a quiet morning at City Hospital. Dr. Glenda was making some important notes, and Nurse Percy was making the beds. Just then, the ambulance arrived. Upset elephant! We have an upset elephant here. Little Elephant was looking very worried. His mother was with him. I keep hearing a voice in my head, Little Elephant cried. Thinking there is a voice in your head must be very upsetting, said Nurse Percy. Let me out! A voice was coming from Little Elephant's ear. There is a voice in his head, said Dr. Glenda. We need some tests. I will carry them out myself. Dr. Glenda shone a light into Little Elephant's ear so she could have a good look. The voice shouted, It's too bright! It's just as I thought, said Dr. Glenda. There is somebody trapped in there. The voice called out again, It's me! I'm a beetle! Cried Little Elephant, get it out! What were you doing before you started hearing the voice, Little Elephant? Asked Nurse Percy. I was just lying in the grass looking at the clouds, said Little Elephant. Beetle shouted, I was just going for a walk when I stumbled into a long, dark tunnel. Beetle must have crawled into Little Elephant's ear by mistake, said Dr. Glenda. Dr. Glenda tried shouting directions to Beetle, but that didn't work. Left, right, left again. There is only one thing left, said Dr. Glenda. I will carry out the procedure myself. Is it dangerous? Asked Little Elephant. Only for a beetle, said Dr. Glenda. Beetle did not like the sound of that. What? Nurse Percy brought a tray with a jug of water, some cotton wool, and a towel. Dr. Glenda will pour the water into your ear, explained Nurse Percy. And as the water rises, Beetle will too, until he is washed out of your ear. Dr. Glenda started to pour. Beetle shouted, I can't swim! Round and round the water swished in Little Elephant's ear until his whole ear was full of water. Round and round went Beetle, spluttering and gasping until, whoosh, he was washed out and splashed onto the floor. His heart isn't beating and he isn't breathing, cried Nurse Percy. Step aside, cried Dr. Glenda. I must breathe some air into his lungs and pump his heart until he starts breathing himself. Everyone watched as Dr. Glenda worked on Beetle. Would he make it? Cough, cough. Beetle started breathing again. Little Elephant's ear was fine. Mrs. Elephant was able to take him home that day. Beetle had to stay in overnight so Nurse Percy could keep an eye on him. But the next day, Dr. Glenda said he could go home. How can I ever thank you enough? Said Beetle. All in a day's work, said Dr. Glenda. Thanks to Dr. Glenda and her team, Little Elephant and Beetle were fine. It was another good job done at City Hospital. The end. Bye. Thank you for listening.